Meghan Markle and Prince Harry returned to the UK earlier in September, first for charity appearances and later for Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. The Queen was said to have decided Prince Harry and Meghan Markle could not be in and out of the royal family, an author has claimed. In February 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped down from royal duties and wanted to move to the US for privacy away from the UK. It has been claimed that Harry and Meghan wanted to find a compromise where they could carry out official royal duties but live abroad. According to the new claims, however, it was Queen Elizabeth II who took the view that unless Harry and Meghan were prepared to abide by the restrictions that applied to working members of the royal family, they could not be allowed to carry out official duties. A source said, "There was a very clear view, you can't be in and out. And if you've got such clarity of view, it's very difficult to say, why don't we go 10% this way instead of 20%? Royal author Valentine Lowe, whose book Courtiers, The Hidden Power Behind the Crown contains the claims, quoted the source. Ms. Lowe wrote in her book that it is uncontroversial to suggest that the Sussexes would regard the talks as a failure after the January 2020 talks with the royal family failed to yield a compromise. She said in an extract reported by The Times, they wanted to find a compromise whereby they could live part of the year abroad but carry out some royal duties at home. No such compromise was found. Instead, they lost their royal duties, their patronages, Harry's military affiliations, their security, their income from the Prince of Wales and, for official purposes anyway, their HRH titles. Ms. Lowe also claimed after the Sussex announced their intention to step down from royal duties, the Queen said she wanted all four households to work together at pace to find a workable solution. Another source said in the extract from Ms. Lowe's book, I think that it was an impossible task. I think in Meghan and the household, you had two worlds that had no experience of each other, had no way to relate to each other, had no way to comprehend each other. And Meghan was never going to fit in that model, and that model was never going to tolerate the Meghan who Meghan wanted to be. So I think that it was inevitable that they would not be able to work together. I don't think Terry's anything, the Queen's private secretary Edward Young, could have done about that other members of the royal family would have accepted. Both Harry and Meghan were in the UK for Queen Elizabeth II's death, and remained until after her funeral. The Duke issued a statement on his and Meghan's Archewell website in tribute to the late monarch, where Harry said, Granny, while this final parting brings us great sadness, I am forever grateful for all of our first meetings. From my earliest childhood memories with you, to meeting you for the first time as my commander-in-chief, to the first moment you met my darling wife and hugged your beloved great-grandchildren. I cherish these times shared with you, and the many other special moments in between. You are already sorely missed, not just by us, but by the world over. And as it comes to first meetings, we now honor my father in his new role as King Charles III. Harry and Meghan attended Her Majesty's funeral on Monday, September 19. And were sat directly behind King Charles III and the Queen Consort Camilla. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were among other royal family members, right at the foot of the high altar. In processions to and from Westminster Abbey, Harry walked alongside senior members of the Queen's household, including Prince William. While Meghan did not follow the Queen's coffin on foot, she shared a car with Sophie, the Countess of Wessex.